Hi guys, so in today's lesson we're going to learn about the index laws. The first index law states if you multiply two terms and the base is the same, you add the powers. Okay, so that's the first law. The second law states if you divide two variables where if the base is the same, you subtract the powers. Okay, and finally, if you've got a bracket, so let's say you've got x to the power of something to the power of something else, what you do is you multiply the powers. Okay, so I'm going to show you examples on how to do each of these. So these are the three index laws that you need to remember. Okay, so the first one, let's see in action. Okay, so you might get a question like x to the power of 5 multiplied by x to the power of 3. Okay, so all you do, add the powers, x to the power of 8. Okay, so base is the same, it says multiply, so add the powers. Okay, let's try another example. Let's say I had x to the power of minus 3 times x to the power of negative 4. Now for this one, the base is the same, it's x, so write x, add the powers, minus 3 plus minus 4. Okay, so plus and a minus turns into a minus, so minus 3 minus 4 gives me minus 7. Okay, so that's my final answer. Okay, sometimes you might get a question with a couple of numbers, so you might have 2x cubed times 3x to the power of 4. For this question, multiply the numbers, add the powers, so you get 6x to the power of 10. Okay, moving on to the next law. So when you divide and the base is the same, you subtract. So if I have x to the power of 10 divided by x to the power of 8, I take away because it says divide, and I get an answer of x to the power of 2. Okay, let's say I had, so also divide, guys, it can be written like this. So x to the power of 4 divided by x to the power of 7. Okay, this line means the same thing, it means divide. Okay, so for this one, it's x to the power of 4 divided by x to the power of 7. So I have to do 4 take away 7, not 7 take away 4. And I get an answer of x to the power of minus 3. Okay, next, let's try another one with some coefficients. So let's say I have 18x to the power of minus 3 divided by 6x to the power of negative 2. Okay, so a bit of a tricky one. So first thing you do, you divide the numbers normally, the coefficient. So 18 divided by 6 gives me 3. Now I take away the power, so minus 3 subtract negative 2. The minus and the minus turn into a plus. So I get negative 3 plus 2, which is 1. So my answer is 3x to the power of 1, which you just can write as 3x. Okay, now the last index law, when there's brackets, what you do is you multiply the power. So let's say I had x to the power of 4 to the power of 5. Okay, all I do, multiply the powers. 4 times 5, I get x to the power of 20. Okay, let's say I had y to the power of minus 3 to the power of 2. Okay, multiply the powers. Minus 3 times minus 2 times plus 2 gives me y to the power of minus 6. Okay. Okay, so let's try it with a coefficient. Let's say we had 2a cubed to the power of 3. Okay, now I have to do 2 cubed, which is 8. 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So my coefficient is going to be 8. And then do the same thing. I just multiply the powers. So 3 times 3 is 9. So 8a to the power of 9. Okay.